Welcome to Retire Early Lifestyle. Let's begin with the video. Why do some people hate the video we made called 3 Good Reasons Not to Move to Italy? Well, here's why. Number 1, they think we're squashing their dream to live in Italy. They don't want to be told the negatives about a country they have their heart set on, and actually they want to be enticed and lured to go there because they already have it set in their heart and mind that they're going to Italy. And this goes for any country, not just Italy. The American dream has been disappearing for decades, and now that it is actually gone, many people are looking to move to another country and live out their dream lifestyle abroad. Can you blame them? But we're not trying to take anyone's dream of living in Italy away from them. We just want to tell folks all the flaws up front, and most of the flaws for Italy are just that, flaws, meaning they're not really deal breakers. But there are a few things in that video that are deal breakers. All countries have flaws and there's no getting away from that. And so we just make the best of it. You know what we mean. You either adapt or you don't. Number 2, there are people that just moved to Italy and are having the time of their life and think we're nuts for talking about reasons not to move to Italy. That's because they're still on their honeymoon stage of living abroad. Yes, we agree, Italy has a lot going for it, but people still have personal reasons why it doesn't work out for them. But what do we mean when we say honeymoon phase, and how long does the honeymoon period last? Can you stay on your honeymoon stage forever? All right, Brandon. You've been here.
What's up?
You've been here 5.5 months now. Do you still like Ecuador as much as you did when we first got here?
Well, this is what I have to say about Ecuador. The first month feels like a vacation, and then the next 2 or 3 months, it's all starting to sink in. And then after that, it just feels like home. It feels normal, you know.
Okay, so it feels like home. That's good. That's a good comment. The honeymoon stage is what is called the everything is exciting and new stage, where it all seems so good and wonderful. Everything about your new country seems great and right. But after about 12 to 24 months or so, the honeymoon stage begins to fizzle out and expats begin to notice the flaws. What? You mean Italy has flaws? It's around that time when expats begin to miss family and friends and miss the familiarity of back home. So all this means is we have to look at everything when we move abroad. Everything just means balanced view. Balanced view is weighing the pros and cons and balancing those things out with our own needs, wants, and situation. It's so true, expats do miss family and grandchildren back home. That's a fact because many expats have told us so. It's a serious matter. No one should feel alone or be alone living in a foreign country because honestly that's what it is when you move abroad in middle age and leave everything that is familiar to you behind. After all, when you go abroad, you are moving to a foreign land and therefore desiring to be in your own land, wherever that might be, is a normal reaction from time to time. It's pretty normal to have that feeling of missing some of the things we're so used to and familiar with. People don't like that we talk about how it really is, though. People call us whiners and complainers for showing people what it's really like in some of these countries. And we talk about what to expect in a country. And that is why we make videos like the 3 Good Reasons Not to Move to Italy. It's not to squash a dream, it's to help people be more aware of the fact that there really are good reasons why you shouldn't move to, well, name any country. In conclusion, we say it's okay to dream about Italy or any country for that matter, and it's even better to go there and see for yourself whether you will love it, think it's just okay, or hate it, because ultimately only you can decide about a long-term future in a country after you experience it for a while. We think 6 months to a year at the very least for the getting to know your new country time frame. That should give you enough time to know in your heart if it's the right thing to do or not. Maybe you'll discover that taking extended vacations would be better. But that's just us talking. At least we told you the 3 good reasons, and then you can make the end decision for yourselves. Okay? The final reason that people don't like us pointing out the reasons not to move to Italy is because they don't understand the basis of the reason. They don't watch our videos, and they don't really know what expat inflation or gringo tax are or what it means. If they watched our videos, they'd understand it better because that's what we talk about in a lot of our videos.
We take a hard-nosed stand against 50% price increases in rents. After all, a place can be interesting because it's new and different, but if it costs just as much or if it costs more than, eventually than where you came from, then people start leaving. So, or only the very highest spending people can stay there. So, well, when you look at how things happen in Costa Rica, sure, expats and foreigners have been going to Costa Rica for 40 years. And so, but that was pre-internet days. And we're hearing from people, from foreigners that have gone to Costa Rica, that just in the last year or two, prices have spiked up. And so, we're of the opinion that we think that nowadays, in the internet era, that a location can blow up in price within 5 to 10 years, especially when it's in the news as, best retirement in the world, which is, so we think it can happen in a much, much shorter time where prices just blow up to U.S. prices, actually higher than U.S. prices in many cases. So I think this information that we provide is very timely, and people really need this information. People need to think about what's happening and the scope of how fast things are happening, and they need to ask themselves some hard questions.
So the bottom line is, because they don't understand a reason we're giving, such as not moving to a country because it's been named the best place to live, well, they don't understand that very good reason until they go abroad, following the ram crowds and seeing for themselves that it changes the whole landscape of a country, from prices to the crime spiking and to how the locals feel about all the foreigners in their town or city.
We're not the ones that up prices. Our intention wasn't to just drum up a bunch of traffic from a bunch of newbies. Our intention is to educate people. Our websites are educational, and what we want to do is inform people and make an awareness, spread an awareness of how each individual person affects their locality. The place that you go, you affect the place. How you behave affects everyone else. And it's important to have that awareness. But having said that, I realize people are going to do what they're going to do. And so we're just going to keep doing what we do, showing people how to live well on small means. I truly believe that being frugal and living on small means, living within your means, and not having an attitude of entitlement, such as I deserve to live like a king or whatever. I gotta have river views and all this kind of thing. You see a lot of these people that do this, and you just know they're not gonna last, because all they're looking at is price and what they can get, and they don't realize that there's a lot more to consider than that. So there's always choices. If it seems really hard at times after rents have doubled. You said, well, rents have doubled. What are you going to do about it? It's something that we think a lot about, and I haven't reconciled it yet. There's people that want to make you feel bad because you live within your means. They call you too cheap. These are typical arrogant American, cold-hearted people that think they're better than you. You have these kind of people all the time, and just don't listen, don't pay any attention. Just go on about your life and live as good as you can, live free, live well, live at peace, and keeping our eyes focused on what's important. Just ignore the naysayers, don't pay any attention to them. If you got a good mind and you like bargain hunting, you can be a little extroverted, you like learning new things, come on down.
Well, thanks for listening and watching today. We hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day.